Lovely good evening. Welcome to Camnet Television Main News. I'm Jeffrey Ziambo to present the news tonight. Our top stories in the news: lawyers representing former President Edgar Lungu's son question the state's absence in court. LUSAKA'S KABANANA residents demand accountability from the local leadership. Government needs $1 billion to rehabilitate Zambia Railway's infrastructure. In international news, Senegalese opposition figure charged with insulting President SALL. And in sports news, Copper Queen's goalkeeper HAZEL NALI ruled out of the World Cup.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. RENGLOW, your smart irrigation partner.
Hello again, the news in detail. Residents of Ward 27 in LUSAKA'S KABANANA area have challenged the leadership in the area to explain where the money meant for the construction of roads has gone. In an interview, the residents told Camnet News that the only activity that has been done on the roads since the launch of the construction works 2 months ago is a grading of the roads by the Zambia National Service, which has now resulted in serious health hazards due to dust. Meanwhile, Area Councillor Joseph Katongo says the quality of work that has been done on the roads is in correspondence with the resources released by the local authority and has called on the residents to exercise patience. More in this report.
Barely 2 months after the Lusaka Mayor, Chilando Chitangala, and Mandevu Member of Parliament, Christopher Shakafuswa, flagged off the construction of roads using the 2022 Constituency Development Funds in this part of Lusaka's KABANANA area, dust is all that is greeting the people of this area, who have lamented that the quality of works that have been done so far is only posing serious health risks to their lives. The residents have since challenged the lawmakers to explain where the money that was released for the construction of this road has gone and why the Zambia National Service has withdrawn their equipment from this area, leaving them in serious dust that has the potential to compromise their health.
But they disclose exactly the contract that they signed in our ZNS, because the road is not completely done. They've left dust, but we are living in dusty everyday life, and it's not comfortable for the residents. So we want this to be looked into.
This is gate cost almost 25,000. This offense will cost almost 15,000. Manja mvura abole zagwa. Semana tu siasa besoche. Semana tita vilivonse. Manja pa tuja tabonje. Tell me, which type of government, which type of council and MP, please, because you want to this is not chabe, eh? This is not Bakumba Road, is Pange Road. You see.
Others have also explained that school-going children have not been spared from the effect of dust, which has been changing their appearance by the time they reach school.
So wafunika at least watilanganirako chapitako chimotoka muwiki na ukatatu chatilako vimanzi so that tankalako safe. Abo bana basukuso bavutika baenda ku school so monga kapina bachokera chapipasanga mwaona
osichamushe so tipempa boma please kuti nyanganepo munga kuti batikirepo batichiteko manzi umwe especially mungaiti ino August or September mvula ikabofika iya
balefo kutipa ila muntu eno kati ifufwe bambituli bakote mwitwipa twapapata bwe buteko ngabule ufu abombele nipo pali umuzebo mwilala mwaisa twamivotele kulanda ati mutu bombele tekubombela abantu kumulechita.
And Area Councillor Joseph Katongo says the quality of works that have so far been done is equivalent to the amount of money that was released by the Lusaka City Council Engineering Department, and that the National Service will move on site once the rest of the resources are released.
It is a process. Things are done in a process. So where they have reached now, they gave them part of the money, so they will be given another part of the money to finish the project. But our people should have hope and trust that the works will be done.
Meanwhile, efforts to get a comment from the Lusaka City Council as to why it has failed to release the full amount to complete works on this part of the road failed by broadcast time. These residents will for now have to endure the impact of the dust until the time when this road will be completed. Prudence Chota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
Market officials accused of swindling over 10 traders 2,000 kwacha each at Lusaka's Comesa market have refuted claims of receiving the alleged money in exchange for trading spaces. Market chairman Donald Kachingwe has challenged the victims, claiming to have been swindled, to report to the police and prove their case. He says the traders were only chased from trading near Comesa market as they were blocking the entrance to the police and were not charged the alleged 2,000 kwacha. Here's a report.
The debate on whether or not cadres are still existing in markets and other public places, despite President Hakainde Hichilema's directives for them to vacate, is the order of the day. Some traders at Lusaka's Comesa market yesterday, Tuesday, 11th July 2023, called on the local authorities to provide oversight on their operations, stating that 2 women alleged to be Congolese nationals and a Mr. Kachingwe, believed to be market chairman, have swindled them 2,000 kwacha each for allocation of trading space in the market, which has not happened. In the turnaround of events, those accused to have swindled the traders have challenged them to report the matter to the police if all means of resolving the issue have been exhausted. Comesa market chairman Donald Kachingwe has refuted ever soliciting for 2,000 kwacha from traders for allocation of trading space. He says, indeed, the traders were chased for trading at the entrance to the police post.
Pathological liars, because they were lying with impunity, saying we gave you Kachingwe 2,000. For what? My colleagues are here. I never even saw that kind of money. And what for? What was that 2,000 for? She came here and we said, okay, we have removed because it's more like there are other ladies that were there, they have got their own shops. But to her, I even directed the project manager to say, can you take her inside, give her a place where she can do her own business freely, not paying a 2,000, no.
In a project, nkani hiyo yamene ikambiwa ya kutiradi ya matupini inesinizira oro kusiba kuti kuli muntu anadiye watupini sinizira na wamene anapeleka tupini uweza ufunika tomora muntu wamene anadiye noti kwamba kutomora kuti vatudira matupini ni muntu mukuru anatomora bachia daswe makasianga tomore bachia sivana pasiwo kwa matupini basiba wamene benzopeleka matupini ine project sinisiba tunabauza chambe kukaja kuchichoka mponi pa polisi sionekera bantu tunabauza simu za bwererapo
yakujatia 2000 acho banati kwevanda matatenga matapela bachaimani awe ni boss chukwa ifo kunotenzolira na manje tikaligulira ine first pali pano nili na shop yanga wanafaka kutuma container kusogolo so tuma container tuzenaenda tini tantiki mwamene wananiuza ati woli na shop chokako paja uyende pa shop pako ni mwamene inaendera na pa shop pako wanyama ati wananitukana wananimenya banipushinga na fenda bono fenda kongani yanga izenda polisi wakuti bachuse tuja bacheya ulo wakazo tunayangana kuroji so kani atupini awe nesinizi basi nachose pondanga basi bacheya yokoza niyo ipo.
Mr. Kachingwe also explains that he is among the shareholders of the market and accuses the traders who complained of attempting to sabotage him.
Here is to make sure that this land is protected. The title deed is in safe hands, and the people themselves are in harmony. As much as I don't take people for granted, in whatever that we want to do, we involve our friends that we we bought this market with.
Nelson Zulu for Camnet News, Lusaka.
Traders at Lusaka's Kazimai market in Mtendero compound have allegedly been swindled money after a company called ZEH promised that it would give them booster loans. According to the marketeers, ZHE first approached the Lusaka Cooperative Market Union and later engaged all market unions in Lusaka to convince their members to get loans from the said company. The marketeers explained that the said company then requested that all those who were interested in getting the loans should first pay an insurance fee to secure the loan depending on how much each individual was requesting. It is further alleged that the named company engaged a law firm to be collecting the insurance money on its behalf from the marketeers, of which over 300 of them paid up, but that none of them has received the said loans 9 months since its launch. More in this report.
These are part of the over 300 marketeers at Kazimai Market in Mtendere compound of Lusaka who have allegedly been swindled of their hard-earned money by a company called ZEH, which was working with a named law firm in Lusaka. The traders explained that the said company first approached the Lusaka Cooperative Market Union that they had intentions to loan money to marketeers. The said company then later told the marketeers that they needed to pay insurance to secure the loans they were about to receive, which they have never received, despite having paid the registration fee as well as the insurance fees.
You pay insurance before you get your money. Oh, what I know, being an accountant myself, I get a loan, then from the loan they get the insurance. Then you give me the balance. But you get insurance before you even give me my money. Here we are. We have spent 7 months without getting our money. So we want our money back with interest at current Bank of Zambia rate, which is 9.6. I want that money. Me and the rest of the people. Further to that, SEC should come here.
Pakwamba bale moneka abachinka lero pakulekeresha bambo kumoneka ababufi. Icho nomba mwamwena di webati ifwe nombo cho tulefwa yanga bakazimai market ocho tulefwa kutubwese shendala mashezo.
Others have also called on government to track down all those behind this initiative, including the law firm that was collecting money from the poor marketeers.
Nili line ndrama capital yanga 2100 plus. Vaezo tina mavorembesa vatenga ndrama vazegazega atina uyo atikaluva dogota kaluva tipemba koche boma ititandize ndrama zatu ndiye makapita etilina ndiye mweti diesela vana tivutika mamaketia tivuti ene tongongola ndrama vatidyela ndrama
kulingana na grupu tinapereka ndrama ni zambiri ndrama ventili nazo amene wanatenga kuchita mafotokopi transport yenda kuzegazega mapepa maforms kulipira ma 89 kwacha ni zambiri. So tipempa bomba kuti tithandizeko atibwezere ndrama zatu tankhala tivutika ma business vana wakangwa kwenda ku school
frishe kwati batwesheshe mpya twatwesho twalipesha ma insurance ifana maloni ya wabalelanda tatule afano ko yafa tulefo mpya sheso ro mpya sheso na basunga shaikala 8 month no interest no shani batweshefe shire mpya then tondero mba kuntanshi ndero mbako ba government mpya balanda sha CDF benga twafurisha ko batupera kufa marketeers tubomfe ko tatukwete pa kumokuboko.
And Lusaka Cooperative Market Union Board Chairperson Robert Insoni says the CEO of ZEH has since been arrested after the matter was reported to the police and that all marketeers will be kept abreast on the matter.
That Thursday they will start, giving out the money. But then later on we thought we should go back, to Central Police because we were required, and we had to go with him. Where after, reporting to Central Police, they found it, weird and he was detained. Up to today, he is detained. So today we are giving again another official, statement as a union on behalf of the marketeers, and we have been requested, to give out information to the information that they want at, Lusaka Central Police, which we will be able to communicate to all primary cooperative leaders this evening.
For now, all the traders have called for is for their money to be refunded, even if they are not given the loans. Prudence Chota reporting for Camnet TV News.
The Private Security Companies Association, PSCAZ, says it will go ahead and take legal action against ZESCO to challenge the criteria used to select the shortlisted security companies to start offering security services to the parastatal company. The association raised concern that ZESCO conducted the tender selection where it nominated and/or awarded tenders to non-security companies. Association President Francis Mukuka says they had an engagement with the power utility company and that nothing positive came out, hence they opted to engage their lawyers.
Among them was that ZESCO wanted a security provider. Hence they told us to say they were not specifically for those security companies to provide security, but what all they wanted was security provider. But how would you sack the services for non-security providers, like as I mentioned, like those suppliers and the bus operators? So they said no, the law allows any entity to bid for the security providers. So we, as Security Companies Association and those grieved security companies, we thought we should get clarification from ZPP, from PPAZ, and also with PACLA. Because when we are registering these security companies, any companies, there have to be a law where we ask to specific indicate where you be dealing in. For example, I want to be dealing in building. I will be specific to say it's building, even if it's general building, but not for security. Security companies is also indicated to say, oh, it says I'll be providing security, physical, armed guards and so forth. So when we thought of going to court, we also want ZPPA, PPAZ, and also PACRA to explain, so that we can also explain where, why should these specific companies should be allowed to provide the specific services. So this is our law.
Some residents of Lusaka have pleaded with the National Pension Scheme Authority, NAPSA, to work on the system which they say has been down for a long time. Margaret Tembo says she has been making attempts to access her benefits since March, but due to network failure, she has not accessed her benefits. Here's a report.
Despite the freezing weather, these residents of Lusaka have braved the cold in an attempt to access their partial withdrawal at the National Pension Scheme Authority, NAPSA head office in Lusaka. These residents here explain that the network at the NAPSA office has been down for some time, leading them not to access their benefits. Margaret Tembo, one of the residents, says she is surprised that her benefits have not been processed since March. Among others, the residents explain that life has been unbearable for them, leaving them with access to the partial withdrawal as a last option. They have pleaded with the National Pensions Authority to expedite the process of approving their withdrawals.
Ama challenges na facing aniaya na ishire kuno mali ni mu March vampere paper na filinga ati muka opening account muka opening account kuza nako 350 na isa ati your payment will be ready on 18th May na isa babika pona fimbi ati mukese pa 27 na isa ati mukese pa 12 so leo na isa na futi. So nina kanomba impia shoshe sapuya mukwenda so nde dandaula ndefo impia twandi bampere ontu nono shofile nde ngikale kungana
system ni mwamene eleze nabwera kono so maybe almost second time so pe nabwera inapeze kati network it slow na kungenesa bachedwa maningi utapangenesa same line inango angenesa inango siwangenesa so antu olimo kwena ma transport kati bwera kono tisebenza tina manchito Reta bwera kuno, tabwera maana futu wabwera. Maishi izasira liti. Izamu kale tibwera, tabwera. Mwadanda ulira wenango. At least itako improve. Wantu wasazinkala kiwi itali so. funika short term cities and government chani funika fast even vapita
for Friday hapo wananiuza no network is very poor, so nabwera futi hapa queuing this checking it is not network ya iliko or kulibe.
But NAPSA Public Relations Manager Kefa Sinyangwe acknowledges that the system was down, but everything is up and running.
The benefits. Remember where we're coming from. We have gone through a very, very serious situation where we had thousands and thousands of people logging onto the system at the same time. And in the process, we have had to do some streamlining of certain processes on the system, just to make sure that people are able to get through and claim their pre-retirement thousand. And that's over 100,000 people received their benefits within 24 hours. This was because of the efficiency of the system. But every system requires at some point to be maintained.
Mr. Sinyangwe has also refuted allegations that NAPSA has stopped paying the partial withdrawals.
We can't fail to pay the liabilities that we have, whether it be partial or survivor's benefit or indeed invalidity benefit or the normal retirement benefits. People are being paid put on pension every month. You have not heard of any NAPSA pensioner who has said we have gone without pay this month.
While partial pension withdrawal serves as a source of capital for individuals who wish to start or expand their businesses, promotion of entrepreneurship and business development that lead to creation of new jobs and economic development, these residents hope the authority will pay their dues in due course. Nelson Zulu for Camnet News, Lusaka.
Lawyers representing former President Edgar Lungu's son, Daliso Lungu, in an alleged corruption case have wondered why the state was quick to arrest their client if they are not ready to prosecute the matter. Mr. Daliso Lungu and his wife, Matilda Milinga, made their first court appearance before the Lusaka Magistrate Court Wednesday morning to answer to allegations leveled against them by the state. However, the docket containing their charges was not before court, an indication that the state in this regard is not ready to prosecute the case. The duo, both directors of Salloid Traders Limited, have been accused of being in possession of 21 motor vehicles and fixed assets valued at 31,517,300 kwacha. More in this report.
Fear of facing the cameras after being mobbed by journalists, former President Edgar Lungu's son Daliso made his first court appearance Wednesday morning following his arrest last month. In June 2023, police arrested and charged Mr. Daliso Lungu and his wife Matilda Milinga, both directors at SALL Traders Limited, for the offense of possession of property suspected of being proceeds of crime. Announcing their arrest, police said the duo will appear before court on the 12th of July 2023. To this effect, the duo made their way to the subordinate court this morning in the company of the former First Lady Esther Lungu. However, there was no docket containing their charge. The lawyers expressed their concern.
For our client, it's not ready. So whether they are still fishing for evidence, we don't know. Our client was here by 8. She was given bond and they said that must appear before court on the 12th around 8 hours. So it was here around 8 and we've been in court, I'm sure you saw for yourself. Yes. So our colleagues from the state are not ready. We cannot tell as to why they are not here, but the position is that our client has complied with the law. He was here at the court on a highly published matter, but the state is not yet here, so we shall wait to hear from them.
Daliso Lungu was arrested for being in possession of 21 motor vehicles and fixed assets valued at more than 31 million kwacha, all registered in his name, and for alleged money laundering amounting to more than 23 million kwacha, which he was depositing into his company's account. Police have also alleged that the company allegedly owns 48 vehicles, or valued at more than 23 million kwacha, and fixed assets valued at more than 12 million kwacha, suspected to be proceeds of crime. For now, the duo awaits until the state calls upon them once again to appear before court. Miriam Kaimba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
The subordinate court has adjourned till 8th August 2023 the case involving a Lusaka businessman, Harry Findlay. Mr. Findlay, who is former President Edgar Lungu's associate, is reported to be receiving medical treatment abroad. Recently, Lusaka magistrate Sylvia Munyinya granted the accused application to have access to his seized passport in order to facilitate for his travel abroad for medical treatment. In this matter, Mr. Findlay is charged with 2 counts of holding more than 1 passport and being found with endorsements of forged immigration stamps. It is alleged in count 1 that Mr. Findlay, on October 3, 2022 in Lusaka, acquired a Zambian passport number purporting to have lost a Zambian passport contrary to the fact. In the second count, it is alleged that on the same date, Findlay was found in possession of endorsements of forged immigration stamps from Mwami Immigration Border Control in his passport number ZP032178, purporting that it was officially endorsed when in fact not. Former Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo has told court that he was shocked to learn that the Anti-Corruption Commission (SCC) accused him of interfering with state witnesses when no such thing happened. Opening his defense before Magistrate Trevor Kasanda, Mr. Lusambo testified that he was not aware that the state had summoned witnesses on the material day because the court he was appearing in gave his matter an early adjournment. This is in a matter in which Mr. Lusambo is charged with 3 counts of attempting to interfere with state witnesses. His report.
Giving the court his side of the story Wednesday morning, former Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo told Lusaka Magistrate Trevor Kasanda that he was shocked to learn that the Anti-Corruption Commission accused him of interfering with state witnesses when he did no such thing. Opening his defense in relation to a matter he is accused of interfering with state witnesses, Mr. Lusambo told the court that he never at any point attempted to speak to the witness, adding that on the material day, he was not aware that the said witnesses had been summoned before court. In his testimony, the accused explained that on the 7th of April 2023, he appeared before a magistrate Friday Samaundu, together with his wife Nancy Manasseh, in an alleged corruption case where they are accused of being in possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime. However, the case was given an early adjournment. According to the accused's testimony, after walking out of the courtroom, he requested the media to also focus their cameras on the arresting officer. In his further testimony, Mr. Lusambo told Magistrate Kasanda this morning that he is no fortune teller to know which witnesses the state will bring. The accused has also denied ever calling any witness to tell them to stay away from court matters, claiming that the state wants to separate them. He claims to have a personal relationship with one of the said witnesses. Earlier, the accused, through his lawyers, attempted to have the case adjourned. However, the court refused to entertain their application and only gave them 20 minutes to prepare for their defense. The magistrate wondered why the defense failed to adequately prepare when they had a 4-month period. In this matter, the Anti-Corruption Commission accuses the former Kabushi area Member of Parliament with 3 counts of attempting to interfere with state witnesses, allegations which he has denied before court. In the previous court session, one of the witnesses had informed the court that on the 7th of April 2022, the accused endeavored to prevent witnesses from testifying in a case in which he is jointly charged with his wife. Allegations in the 1st to the 3rd count Mr. Lusambo is alleged to have on the 1st of February and the 30th of April 2022 prevent Kapula Chalusa, Ernest Sumani and Mundia Mata to give evidence as witness before a court of law. The matter stands adjourned as Mr. Lusambo is trying to prepare 3 more witnesses to give testimony in his defense. Miriam Kaimba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
You're watching Camnet Television News.
You know I can take her a bit.
Yes, my dear.
I was thinking of getting you a Bugatti on your birthday.
Really?
I'm quiet. My name is Yana. Vanga kubunkire ndani.
Don't worry, man. That's why there is insurance.
Insurance?
You heard me.
Not just any kind of insurance, but Savenda General Insurance, a company that offers superior customer service, highly professional and dedicated staff. We are not just any insurance company, but an insurance company that actually pays our claims. We cover, among others, fire, marine, aviation, engineering, agriculture, motor vehicle, and miscellaneous insurance. So, live life to the full, knowing that Savenda General Insurance has got you covered. Savenda General Insurance. Insurance excellence.
Deborah, have you connected to the Wi-Fi on the bus? It's fast, it's amazing. I've just downloaded my books and I'm about to complete the series. It's nice, too, me.
No, I'm actually watching a reality show. He's about to propose. Oh, so sweet.
Make your trip seem short yet comfortable and safe when you use the UBZ luxurious fully air-conditioned coaches that come fitted with amazing onboard entertainment, passenger information services, coffee-making facilities and fridge for your hot and cold beverages, free and interrupted Wi-Fi for your gadgets, phone charging facilities, comfortable seats that recline to offer extra resting posture, safety seat belts, adjustable reading lights for each traveling client, and of course, clean flushing toilets for your convenience. So travel in luxury and safety with UBZ luxurious coaches. UBZ will always take you there.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. RenGlow, your smart irrigation partner.
Get all the latest updates in court news only on Camnet TV. We take you and make you feel part of the court sessions through our in-depth coverage of the adjudication process. Get informed on those who have been arrested, delayed and denied the police bond or bail victims, persons taking plea, court adjournments, verdicts, and those administration issues in the judiciary. Camnet TV is on channel 274 on DSTV, channel 25 on GoTV, and find us on channel 106 on Topstar. You can also follow and give us a like on our social media platforms. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
In our international news tonight, in news from Parliament rather, Minister of Transport and Logistics Frank Tayali says Zambia needs $1 billion to undertake Zambia Railways infrastructure rehabilitation works. This came to light during the question for oral answer session when Pemba constituency member of Parliament Lamek Hamwata wanted to know whether the government has any plans to rehabilitate the Zambia Railways Limited infrastructure countrywide. The minister says the first phase of works is currently at 86% and that the second phase will commence once funds are available. He says the project being carried by a Swedish firm will take 4 years to be fully completed.
2021, a contract was signed with a possible contractor in the name of Team Sweden Rail, and phase 1 of the contract, which includes final track assessment, has reached 86%. Government is exploring ways of funding phase 2 of the project, which includes the complete rehabilitation of the infrastructure, among other components. However, financial close has not yet been reached. The full rehabilitation of Zambia Airways line will therefore commence as soon as funds are secured. However, due to the poor state of the railway line, government has been implementing stopgap measures to ensure continued provision of the service. The government has continued to release funds to facilitate the maintenance of critical sections or structures. In C, Madam Speaker, the long-term rehabilitation of the Zambia Railways line is expected to take a period of 4 years from commencement. In D, the scope of works for the major rehabilitation will include complete track and civil rehabilitation works, purchase of brand new rolling stock and equipment, refurbishment and installation of signaling and telecommunications system, and capacity building as well as training. The estimated cost, Madam Speaker, of the full rehabilitation is around $1 billion.
Government says it will continue to implement the Farmer Input Support Program, FISP. Minister of Agriculture Ruben Mtolo-Piri has disclosed that 1,024,434 farmers will benefit from the Farmer Input Support Program, FISP, during the 2023-2024 agriculture season. In his ministerial statement to Parliament, Ruben Piri says this is the exact number that benefited last year. Mr. Piri says government will implement both the direct and electronic voucher systems. He says the direct input distribution system will be done in Eastern, Northern, Luapula, Copperbelt, Muchinga and Western provinces. Meanwhile, the e-voucher system will be implemented in Lusaka, Central, Southern and Northwestern provinces.
I wish to inform the House that government will continue to implement the Farmer Input Support Program FISP in the 2022-2024 farming season. The total number of beneficiary farmers targeted, Madam Speaker, is 1,024,434 small-scale farmers countrywide. 1,024,434. 1,024,434 small-scale farmers countrywide. Same figure, Madam Speaker, as the past 2-3 seasons. The program will be implemented using two modalities, namely the direct input supply and the e-voucher system. The direct input supply modality will be implemented in Eastern, Northern, Luapula, Copperbelt, Muchinga, and Western provinces, covering a total of 551,187 small-scale farmers. I'll repeat the provinces, Madam Speaker: Eastern, Northern, Luapula, Copperbelt, Muchinga, and Western Province. While the e-voucher will be implemented in Lusaka, Central, Southern, and Northwestern provinces, covering a total of 473,247 smallholder farmers.
The United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, and the Zambian government has committed to eliminating hunger, improve nutrition, and strengthen the resilience of vulnerable communities to food shocks to over 650,000 Zambians. WFP Country Director Cici Bienkia says the WFP Country Strategic Plan for the 2023-2028 indicates organizations as a major player in building the resilience of smallholder farmers in the country. Ms. Bienkia says as part of the plan, over $98 million has been budgeted to help resolve challenges faced by youths, women and persons with disabilities in the country. And Agriculture Minister Ruben Mtolo-Piri says the plan aligns with national priorities outlined in the government's 8th National Development Plan. Mr. Piri says the plan will help Zambia to achieve its developmental goals and contribute to the Agenda 2030 by prioritizing investments in human capital while maintaining sustainable economic growth.
As the United Nations World Food Programme, in partnership with the Government of the Republic of Zambia, have launched a 5-year country strategic plan that will run from 2023 to 2028 targeting nearly 650,000 people. The plan has a budget of over $98 million and is aligned with the 8th National Development Plan and the United Nations Sustainable Development Cooperation Framework and prioritizes investments in human capital and sustainable economic growth. This plan aims to eliminate hunger, improve nutrition, and strengthen the resilience of vulnerable communities to climatic shocks. The launch of this 5-year plan signifies a crucial milestone in the collective effort to end hunger and malnutrition in Zambia. The focus is on achieving food and nutrition security, building resilience, and creating a prosperous future for all Zambians as we contribute to Sustainable Development Goals 2 and 17.
This is Camnet Television Main News. We'll go for a break. We'll be back with international and sports news after the break.
Water is life. Each drop counts and each must be cherished. Our tried and tested product meets all international standards. With our smart drip technology, we aim to deliver precision irrigation designed to reduce blockage and wastage, ensuring a high yield. RenGlow, your smart irrigation partner.
Every Monday to Thursday afternoon, join us for the Lunchtime Cafe. We get to bring to you emerging stories making the headlines, media news, and we remind you of what political leaders and governance actors said back in the days. In Forgotten Stories, we emphasize to you the importance of eating healthy foods and leading healthy lifestyles on the Nutrition Corner. Get the latest updates in sports and critical interviews. Because we value your contribution to national matters, we accord you an opportunity to share your perspectives during the viewers' reactions. The Camnet TV Lunchtime Cafe is an all-inclusive buffet. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
In international news, Biram Souleye Diop, an opponent of Senegalese President Macky Sall, was charged on Tuesday with offending the head of state, his lawyer announced. The chairman of the parliamentary group of the Yewi Askan We Opposition Coalition and an executive of PASTEF, the party of Ousmane Sonko, the head of state's fiercest opponent, has been charged with acts likely to compromise public peace and offending the President of the Republic. His lawyer, Moussa Sarr, told AFP, adding that he had been placed under a committal order. On 3 July, Macky Sall announced that he would not stand for a third term in the presidential election scheduled for next year. At a press conference the following day, Mr. Diop warned against a possible U-turn by the head of state. Here's a roundup of news beyond our borders. We monitored African news.
An opponent of Senegalese President Macky Sall has been charged with offending the head of state. Biram Souleye Diop, chairman of the parliamentary group of the Yewi Askan We Opposition Coalition and an executive of the party of Ousmane Sonko, was charged Tuesday with acts likely to compromise public peace and offending the president, according to his lawyer. Mr. Diop was arrested the day after the press conference he gave following President Macky Sall's decision not to stand for re-election. He had warned President Sall, like the Ivorian leader Alassane Ouattara, could change his mind. President Macky Sall's decision not to stand for re-election has eased a difficult political climate in Senegal.
Ladies and gentlemen, their excellencies have held bilateral talks.
Kenyan President William Ruto and his Iranian counterpart Ebrahim Raisi have pledged to strengthen bilateral ties during a visit by President Raisi to the East African country on Wednesday. The two governments also signed a number of trade agreements.
Today, President Raisi and I have witnessed the signing of 5 memoranda of understanding on cooperation in information, communication and technology, fisheries, animal health and livestock products, and investment promotion. These memoranda will enhance and further deepen our bilateral relations for sustainable growth and development between our two countries.
The visit marks the start of a 3-day Africa tour as Raisi seeks to strengthen relations between Iran and the continent.
And witnessed by their excellencies.
Despite all the threats and sanctions of our adversaries, we have managed to register advances in different fields, and today we should call Iran a technology hub. We have managed to overcome present sanctions and have also upgraded our status in different fields. Raisi will continue his tour in Uganda and Zimbabwe.
In our sports news tonight, the Zambia national soccer team has qualified to the semi-finals of the 2023 COSAFA Championship being hosted in South Africa. This follows the failure by both Lesotho and Mauritius to beat Angola and Mozambique respectively. Mauritius needed to beat Mozambique at least by 4 unanswered goals to deny Zambia a chance. In this regard, the Chipolo Polo boys will face the Bafana Bafana of South Africa on Friday, thanks to Mozambique for beating Mauritius by 1-0. And still in sports news, Zambia women national team first choice goalkeeper HAZEL NALI has been ruled out of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. First General Secretary Ruben Kamanga disclosed that NALI sustained a left knee injury in the period preceding the July 7 international friendly match with Germany in Firth, Firth underwent a medical checkup in Germany and New Zealand, which has ruled her out of the tournament. Mr. Kamanga says a preliminary examination was done in Germany, which led to the player missing the friendly match with an MRI done in New Zealand, ruling out the player for the rest of the tournament. He says FAR's medics in liaison with the FIFA Medical Committee confirmed that NALI suffered laxity in the medial collateral ligament and a complete tear of the anterior cruciate ligament, ACL. Kamanga says the player will head back home where she is expected to undergo treatment and rehabilitation. Zambia plays Japan on July 22 at Waikato Stadium in Hamilton, with the second match coming up 4 days later in Auckland against Spain at Eden Park Stadium. The final group match is against Costa Rica on July 31 at Waikato Stadium. The 2022 WAFCON bronze medalists have since settled in Hamilton, which is their tournament base. To end Camnet television news, the top stories once again. Lawyers representing former President Edgar Lungu's son question the state's absence in court. LUSAKA'S KABANANA residents demand accountability from the local leadership. Government needs $1 billion to rehabilitate Zambia Railway's infrastructure. In international news, Senegalese opposition figure charged with insulting President SALL. And in sports news, Copper Queen's goalkeeper HAZEL NALI ruled out of the World Cup. The Camnet verse of the day is coming from the book of James 1 verse 12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Thank you again for watching Camnet Television News. My name is Jeffrey Ziambo. Bye-bye.